So how do you use a seam ripper? And what is it actually used for? And why is there a ball, a little red ball on the seam ripper? Today I'm going to be showing you how you use your seam ripper and what that ball is used for. So these are seam rippers, and a seam ripper is really good for taking out threads when you've made a mistake on your material, whether that be hand sewing or it be machine sewing. So you have this really pointed end and you have this ball end. Now, not a lot of people know what the ball is for, and I will actually show you the best way to actually take those stitches out. And it's really quick and easy. You'll be really amazed at how quick it is. So this is what we're going to be using, and I'm going to be showing you how to take the thread out of the material. So here's some material, okay, and we've got all these stitches in here. So traditionally you could just take the end and you just go underneath those stitches and you just push your seam ripper along, and you would tend to do it about every third stitch or fourth stitch. Okay, so it just cuts those stitches really nice and easily. Okay, and we're just going along like that, and then you can turn that over and then you can lift this like that, and that will just pull. Let's just take that one out first. That will just pull. When you've gone all the way along, you'll be able to see you can just pull that out like that, and then all you need to do is take those little ends away, and then you've got this nice area which has been unpicked. Okay, now once you've done some of it, you can actually take your material, okay, and you can use the ball and put that underneath like that, and then you can push along. And the reason why you use the ball is because then you're not actually splitting. If you use this end, you could cut into the material like that and you could catch it, but by using this ball end and just pushing along, you can see it's really quick and easy, and you just get rid of those little ends there. Just make sure that you don't actually go in with this end as well. Just make sure that that lifts. But you can see how quick and easy it is, and it took a lot longer to do this length than it has done to do all of this length here, which is amazing. And that's what the ball is actually used for. So it makes it really quick and easy to rip those stitches out, and that's why it's called a seam ripper. So what else can you do with the seam ripper? Well, you can cut holes. So you could just take it and cut a hole if you needed to in something, and you can pull the material apart really easy with the seam ripper. You can take those little ends, you can catch. So if you just needed to catch the odd stitch, or just, you know, pull a stitch out. So let's just move some of that a second. So if you just wanted to catch a little stitch and pull it, you could do that with the end of the seam ripper, and it makes it really easy to get those little ends out. Now, they do tend to blunt over time, so the more you use any particular tool, the more it will blunt. And there are particular ways. If you do have sentimental attachments, so if it was your granny's seam ripper that you were given, it might be a really nice handled seam ripper like this one that's an heirloom of the family, and obviously there'd be sentimental attachment that you have to it and you don't want to get rid of it. Now you can actually use a bream reamer tool to sharpen up the ends, but most of the time, if it's not something special, then you would just throw it away and you'd get a new seam ripper. And that's how you use a seam ripper. They're really useful tools to have in your sewing box, and I like the really intricate ones. As you can see, these are really nice ones to have as well, and just ornamental, and they're just, you know, something to have in your toolbox that looks nice as well as very functional. And those are all the ways that you can use a seam ripper. The ball technique is really, really something, isn't it? So don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any comments, just comment below.